one, last week's one, Monday's one onto that other place. So I'll do them both today. I completely forgot about it. Hey, Michelle, lovely to see you. That was an awesome picture of you and Angela together. I did love that. That was so cool. Ah, and the hearts. Keep the hearts coming. I love the hearts. They are beautiful. And do you know they actually help our algorithms too, the hearts, which is interesting. I only just learnt that. So, yeah, I was quite fascinated by that. But I don't know how. I don't understand algorithms anyway much. So, yeah. Oh, you've had a great day together. I love that. I love that. That's so cool. Hi, Soul. Lovely to see you. Welcome, welcome. How are we, beautiful souls? Are we all feeling wonderful? Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Waiting for a beautiful message from the leaves today, I do hope. Is hey, Robin. Lovely to see you. Welcome. All my beautiful friends are coming in. I can see Howard's bubble too. Howard's here as well. So I don't usually like calling people out unless they say hello though. But hey, Howard doesn't mind, I'm sure. I'm sure he doesn't mind if I call him out. I think if you want to be quiet, then you can be quiet. And I don't think, from my point of view as a teacher, I think if you want to chat, that's fine. If you want to just sit and listen, that's perfect as well. Perfect. Okay, Howard, I will do that. I will do that. Yes, I was just saying about that, Sol. Angela and I think it was Angela sent me a picture of her and Michelle together, and it was just a beautiful picture, a beautiful picture. And I'm sure they had a wonderful day together. Are you not? You're obviously not far apart then, living wise, Michelle. Yeah, it's fabulous. An hour. Oh, that's all right. That's all right. Yeah. Me and Judy Cranston, we're about 20 minutes apart. So that's quite good. I get to see her. I haven't seen her in the flesh for a wee while though, actually. Hey Sherry, lovely to see you. Yeah, yeah, Sol. It is great fun. There are a few more New Zealand participants. She's the only teacher I've met up with. There's another teacher that's down in the South Island. I haven't met her, but I've met Judy, and it's lovely. We seem to just click. Like the first day we met, I mean, we've both been to each other's lives, but the first time I met her was just beautiful. It really was. It was lovely. Um, but I haven't met any of the other New Zealand participants that come to my lives yet. They're more like 2 to 3 hours away, so that's not as easy for me because at the moment I can't drive. Haven't driven for 3 years now, probably forgotten how to drive. So I have to rely on my darling husband to take me anywhere I want to go. Yeah, you should, Soul. It's a lot of fun because we're like-minded people, and so we immediately click together. And I think that's the special part about it. Hello, Catherine. Welcome. Lovely to see you. Oh, all my beautiful people coming in. Beautiful people. Well, this morning I thought I would get my Enchanted Blossom deck out. Yeah, it has been a while, Catherine. It has. And this is a lovely deck because it has all these beautiful butterflies on it. It is just delightful. I love the butterflies on it. Excuse me. Been a bit croaky the last couple of days, so I hope I'm not coming down with something. I think it's just because it's cold. But I can live with the cold when it is so beautiful outside. There is not a cloud in the sky. And winter days like that are just amazing. I love them. They are just fabulous. And it's always, it's when it's wet and cold, that's yuck. Yeah. All right, so our Enchanted Blossoms deck. Haven't used this one for a while. Did that other place start? Yeah, it did. Okay. Dismiss. Dismiss. It's doing it. It's doing it. Oh, all the things you got to remember to do. All the things you got to remember to do. But I love it. I love it. It gives me such joy in my day. It is just beautiful. It really is. Hi, Karma. So special. Oh, beautiful. That's awesome. I got to remember to look at the right camera. That is awesome, Karma. I love that. Oh, I'd love to see your swag bag. You'll have to tell me everything you got. Everything you got. You're so lucky. Most of the things that we have, there's not many shops around. Most of the time we have to buy them. Oh, there we go. Online. And, oh, that's a good one. That's a good one. Courage. And so, yeah, it's so much harder because you don't get to see and feel and touch as much. Yeah. Hey, Marina, lovely to see you. Ah, beautiful, beautiful. That is lovely. I'm glad we're accompanying on your drive home. Wonderful. Oh, I want to go there. I want to go there, Karma. I want to go there. Yeah, me too, Catherine. Me too. Very jealous. Ah, okay. You too? You would love it too, Soul? Yeah, one day when I can get on a plane all by myself and fly to wherever I want to, we'll all meet up there, shall we? We shall do that. Hi, Sharon. Lovely to see you. Yes, one day when I am not living in such pain and I can do these things a little bit freer, then I would love to do that, Karma. Love to do that. Absolutely. Oregon would be a lovely place to visit too, I'm sure. A lovely place to visit. Oh, there you go. Have to remember that for this life and for the essential oil life too. It is, what's it called again? What's it called again? We go up here. Mountain Rose Herbs. I like that. Mountain Rose Herbs. I'm just going to have a look at their website, even if I can't buy from them, because by the time I get here, the shipping would be too much anyway. But I love having a look. Mountain Rose Herbs. I know you've talked about it before. Mountain Rose Herbs. Hi, Andrea. Wonderful to see you. Oh, too much going on the table today. Too much going on. Ah, yes. Yeah, and that's the problem, isn't it? That's the shipping that kills it. It really does. Yeah. Yes, I think might have been CG that recommended it, actually. Yeah, right. What card? Ooh, courage. Back to courage. Courage. And look, this is a beautiful tall piece of mullein, and then a beautiful purple shot copper. What does it say? Purple shot copper. Yeah, purple shot copper butterfly. Isn't that beautiful? Beautiful pairing. That butterfly is just gorgeous. And the mullein, I use mullein herb a lot. It is really good for inflammation, mullein. It is fabulous. I love that. I love that. That's awesome, Karma. No, of course, no. I mean, the card just dropped out. Isn't that? Yeah, you're quite right. It does, Howard. It does. That's pretty cool, eh? Don't you just love it when things like that happen and just marry up beautifully? I think it is a beautiful pairing, as well as with my nails. The mullein stands tall. It's a very tall plant, but it's very grounded, very rooted, has lots of good roots. And the butterfly, it has very fragile wings, and so it when it flies, it takes off into these beautiful fragile wings. And so when you look at that butterfly and the mullein herb has got the courage in both of them looks very different. So the courage in the herb is about standing our ground, and the courage in the wings is about spreading, having the courage to spread your wings. And too often we look at courage as something that's fearless. You know, we need to be fearless to be courageous. And it's, you know, it's like we think that brave people, they don't doubt themselves and they don't feel vulnerable and they never wonder whether they have what it takes. But I think courage is a lot more tender than that. I really do. I think courage is still feeling afraid, but taking that step. And even if it's a small wee step, it's having that courage to overcome the fear to take that next step. It's speaking when your voice trembles. You know those times when you just can't get the words out and you're emotional and all that? That's courage, when you can still speak. Courage it's beginning again when something hasn't worked out. It's allowing yourself to have hope after disappointment. It's saying no when something doesn't sit with you, doesn't honor your purpose, your soul. And yes, the opposite, when your heart knows that something is right. Sometimes courage is just like simply waking up, isn't it? And just meeting another day. That takes courage sometimes. And when, you know, life asks more of us sometimes than we can ever imagine we can carry. And that's that courage when you get up in the morning and you go, right, I can do this. I can do this. Mullein is a beautiful herb. It stands very tall, comes up from the earth with a very strong sort of upright presence, and eventually it sends a beautiful tall flowering stalk right up towards the sky. It is stunning. And it's rooted deeply. It really is. And so it's rooted deeply, but it can stand tall, and then the flower just keeps reaching up towards the light. And mullein, mullein shows us that courage begins with us knowing where we stand. You know, there'll always be voices around us, you know, opinions, expectations, comparisons, advice, but eventually, you know, we must become quiet enough to hear our own voice. And, you know, those sorts of things, like, you know, stop and ask yourself, what matters to me? What do I believe? What does my heart know to be true? Where am I being asked to stand a little taller in my life? And courage doesn't mean we become hard. It's because mullein's leaves are beautiful and soft. I don't know if you've seen the plant, but they're beautiful and soft. But the plant is really strong, and so that shows us that, you know, with courage we can still be tender and soft, but we can be very commanding as well. The two go beautifully together. What else? The butterfly. the butterfly, the beautiful butterfly. Butterflies are symbols of transformation. The butterflies, I think the butterfly's courage is different. I think with the courage of the butterfly, it's the courage to change. You know, there comes a moment in your life when the familiar can no longer hold on, and because your journey is changing, and so you have to change with it. And yes, that can be frightening, absolutely frightening. But with the transformation of the butterfly, and it can take us through that, you know, the transformation and the change in our challenges, our journey, anything like that, that can help us still stand firm, you know, in our own beliefs. Maybe there are beautiful wings, you know, where just forming beautifully where you thought there was uncertainty, you know, something in you, or us or me or all of us, maybe changing. Maybe it's a belief, a dream, maybe your relationship with yourself as well. And hopefully I've had a little part in showing that, you know, you can have a beautiful relationship with yourself. Oh, beautiful, Catherine. I love that. Yes, I use Mullein a lot of my blends and my tea blends. You know, maybe it's a different direction that you need to take. Maybe a whole completely new way to live. But you don't have to know exactly where those wings will carry you. Just have the courage to let them open and fly, you know. It's quite a beautiful sort of paradox with these two. What they're trying to say is be rooted enough to stand, but free enough to change. And, you know, there are things in our lives that are worth standing firmly for. And then there are other things that we may have outgrown. And so that takes us into that change side. But wisdom is learning the difference. Absolutely. Sorry, I shouldn't be pointing my finger at you, should I? I'm pointing it at me, actually. It's wisdom. Maybe ask yourself, you know, sit down in the morning and ask yourself, where do I need courage today? And just sit with that. And then if something comes to you and you go, right, okay, then ask again, what kind of courage does that particular moment require? Maybe it's the courage to stay in a conversation or a meeting or a relationship. Or maybe it's the courage to leave or to speak. Or perhaps to listen. It takes a lot of courage to just stop and listen. And it takes a lot of courage to stop trying, you know, to keep on trying with things. And a lot of courage to let go as well. So, you know, your answer is going to be very different to mine and to anyone else's here. Very different. And because courage is deeply personal, you know, and sometimes the bravest thing that you can do will make absolutely no sense to anyone else except you, except your own soul. And that is when that beautiful self-trust becomes part of courage. You stop waiting for everyone to understand that path that you're on. And especially a lot of us try and wait to get everyone to understand before we actually start walking in that new path. But the courage is there to show you that you don't need everybody's understanding. to take that first step and to start walking, so long as you stay grounded and rooted. That's the biggest thing. The biggest thing. Beautiful, Alicia. Beautiful. I like that. Job. Job went through a lot too, but he had the courage to do that. All right, shall we go to the tea? Shall we see? Oh, do you want to know what the book says? Because it will. Let's do the book later. Let's do the book later, because then other people can get the gist of the card we talked about too. The card we talked about. I will pop it over there. All right, the tea, the tea. Have you got your tea with you? If you are going to join and do your own tea leaf reading, then oolongs, white teas, green teas, and black teas. There's a lot of other teas you can use, but those are the best. And with the white teas, sometimes you need to cut the leaves up because they can be quite big. I've got a beautiful white tea one, and I often thought I'd use it for you because I like the taste of it. But it is, the leaves are far too big. You wouldn't see anything in the leaves. Yeah. Hi, Jay. Lovely to see you. Courage to think positive. I missed that. Thank you for pointing that out. Courage to think positive things about myself. Love that. Love that. And that does take courage sometimes, doesn't it? It really does. It really does. You've not had white tea? You should try it. There are some beautiful white teas out there, and I should bring one in and show you. You've got to taste it. You've got to taste it. It is lovely, absolutely lovely. And you can buy various blends with white tea as well. I think my white tea is a blend. I have no idea what I put in it though. I would have to look at it to see if I can see what the leaves are. All right. Yes, dried seaweed were very hard. I have to show you this. It's going to stop my music, but my husband and I went out yesterday. He took me to a beautiful high tea yesterday, and I have to show you the teapot. The teapot, look at this, because we were just talking about butterflies. Look at that beautiful teapot. It is just absolutely stunning. I thought I got to get me one of those because I see my butterfly on my phone. I love butterflies. So just a little aside there. Just a little aside. Yes, I love teapots. I don't have as many teapots as teacups. I think I need to start collecting some more teapots. So let's get back to the music again, because it sounds so quiet in here when I'm just talking. And it is beautiful. All right, let's go to our tea. Let's turn it down. Where is it? There it is. There we go. I should cover this, shouldn't I? So it doesn't look so black. I was trying so you could see the lovely new tea towel I had, but that's all right. So let's pour our water in. I've got about half a teaspoon in there because it's a tiny wee cup. Oh, look at all the angels around. There are so many bubbles around there that came up today. That's beautiful. And lots of floating leaves, which mean we will be getting visitors, and whether that's visitors of the spiritual realm or the unseen realm, or physical people coming to visit you. And now we turn it once clockwise, which probably looked anti-clockwise to you, I guess. And now we just let it steep. We just let it steep. And so while we're doing that, let's go on a little journey, on an itsy bitsy little journey. So sit back, relax, close your eyes if you want to. Just stop and breathe. Yes, I do. I have a beautiful black, should bring that one in for you too, shouldn't I? A beautiful black cast iron teapot. They're fabulous, fabulous. And so as our tea is steeping, just allow your hands to rest softly. You might want to hold your cup if it's not too hot. And we're just going to let the leaves do their thing. They're going to slowly unfurl within the water. And just imagine that somewhere far away, another morning's beginning. I like that, Jay. I like that. All right, so let's go on a wee journey. You find yourself standing at the entrance to an ancient tea garden. It's high up on a mist-covered hillside. It's very early. The sun's not quite risen yet the sky is starting to show its beautiful colours, its indigos, its little oranges and reds and the palest of pearl as well. And before you, narrow and beautiful narrow pathway is wandering between the rows and rows of the tea bushes. Their leaves are dark and they're glossy beneath tiny little beads of dew. Take a slow breath. The air is cool and impossibly fresh. It is a glorious, glorious day. And there's a scent of damp earth, green leaves and beautiful blossoms. And somewhere beyond the garden you hear water moving over stone. And you begin to walk. The pathway is so soft beneath your feet. And on either side of you, the tea plants seem to stretch endlessly across the hillside. They're following the curves of the land like great green ribbons. You reach out and you touch one of the leaves. It's cool beneath your fingertips. And you think about how much this little tiny leaf has experienced. Sunlight, rain, wind, darkness, storms, stillness. Yet through all of it, the leaf simply continued growing. Maybe there's something in that for us today too. And now you continue further into the garden. The mist drifts lazily between the rows, sometimes revealing the pathway ahead and sometimes hiding it again. And somehow you don't mind that. You realize you don't need to see the entire path. You only need to see the few wee steps before you. And ahead stands a small wooden pavilion overlooking the valley. and you make your way towards it. Inside is a simple table and one empty chair. And waiting upon the table is a tiny porcelain teacup. And you sit, and for a moment you do absolutely nothing. You simply listen. Bird song begins somewhere in the trees. Leaves rustle. Water trickles. And then the first edge of the sun appears beyond the distant hills. Golden light spills across the whole tea garden. And one row at a time becomes illuminated. And as you watch, you realize that nothing in the garden hurried the sunrise. The leaves didn't strain towards it. The flowers did not demand it to arrive sooner. They simply waited. They knew that the light would come. Perhaps there's something in your own life that needs that same trust. Something you've been trying to hurry. Maybe an answer or a change or a healing or a beginning. And for just this moment, allow yourself to stop pushing. Let whatever is unfolding unfold. And somewhere beyond this imagined hillside, your real tea has been doing exactly the same thing. Steeping, softening, releasing. And so begin to return now and bring with you that beautiful cool morning air, the mist, the green hills, and the first beautiful ribbons of sunlight. Feel your hands around your cup once again. Notice its warmth. Breathe in its fragrance. Our tea is ready. And now we sip. Lift your cup if you have one and take your first sip. Taste it slowly. Notice its warmth, its flavor, and the way it feels as you swallow. This first sip brings you completely into the present. Nothing from yesterday needs to follow you here. Nothing from today needs your attention yet. There's only this cup, this beautiful breath, this spectacular moment. And take a breath, just allow yourself to be here. Now take your second sip. And as the warmth moves through you, imagine the mist from our tea garden drifting through the places inside you that have become tight or tired. The shoulders soften, the jaw releases, the belly relaxes. Even thoughts begin to loosen. You don't have to carry everything quite so tightly. Just breathe. Now take your third sip. This time become very quiet inside. Imagine yourself once again beside those rows of tea leaves, listening to the garden before sunrise. What might your inner world be trying to tell you? Not loudly, not urgently, but beneath everything else, perhaps there's a feeling you have ignored, a longing, a knowing, a tiny inner whisper. Take your fourth sip now, and remember the garden waiting for sunrise. Nothing forced the light to arrive, and perhaps there are things unfolding within your life that cannot be hurried either. And with this sip, release the need to know exactly how everything will happen. Now take your fifth sip. This is the sip of receiving. So allow yourself just for a moment to stop thinking about what you must give, accomplish, fix, or become. Simply receive. Receive the warmth. Receive the plants. Receive this small little pause in your day. Receive whatever wisdom this cup may eventually reveal. And take another slow breath. And now we come to our sixth and final beautiful sip. For your drink, hold your cup for a moment. Look into the tea. The leaves have traveled with you through this entire little journey, and soon we will turn our attention towards the patterns they leave behind. But before we ask them to speak, let's become quiet enough to listen. So take your sixth sip slowly and just ask, what would you have me notice today? You don't need to search for an answer. You don't need to decide what you hope the leaves will show you. Simply leave the question open. A doorway rather than a demand. Finish the sip and just feel the cup between your hands. And remember the tea garden at first light, that mist slowly lifting, the path revealing itself one step at a time, the leaves patiently waiting for the sun. And perhaps your cup will be like that too. We don't need to know what we will find. We simply turn the cup and allow what has been waiting beneath the surface to reveal itself. So Let us begin. Hey, CG. Thank you, Maria. Thank you. All right, what we'll do first is we'll just... I need the cup a little bit closer to me because it seems far away. So let's lift the camera a wee bit again. There we go. I feel like I'm reaching across the bottom of the desk. So let's turn the cup, and we do that 3 times. So you give it a little swirl first, and you do this anti-clockwise. So turn the cup anti-clockwise. And then what we do now is we put a, let's put those in there for a minute. Put that over the top, your saucer over the top, and then just let it flip. And then we just leave that there for about 30 seconds. 30 seconds. Hi, Sonal. You have an owl in yours too. Beautiful. You're most welcome to send your picture of your leaves to me, and I can help you with a message from them too. I love doing that. I do it for a few people. So you can find how to contact me on my Linktree, and you can send it there. How are you doing, CG? Beautiful teacher. Any other teachers here? Please say so. I can't say I've noticed any, but please say hello so people can follow you. All right. Let's see. Oh, they've spread out beautifully. Well, sort of a big clump, but sort of spread out as well. There's lots on the sides. Wonderful. Yes, you guys are getting lots of heat waves over in the Northern Hemisphere, aren't you? I am doing well, thank you, CG. The sun is shining, so you can't complain. Can't complain when the sun's shining. Alrighty. So, do we want to put an owl in here? Let's put an owl in here because it was mentioned twice. So that can be our first symbol today. What else can we see? It does look like all the clump in there does look like a beautiful flower bouquet, doesn't it, Maria? A pelican. Yes, I saw that too. That's cool, eh? That's Oh, we just, an oak tree and a rabbit. Okay. Oak tree, rabbit. Another tree. A badger head. Ooh. See, interesting. I would never see that because we don't have badgers here. So it's not something that comes into my purview a lot. So, oh, I like that, Sonal. That is beautiful. Oh, and a bee just its stinger. Cool. And a person sitting, trying to touch a bird. To touch a bird. I like that. I do like that. Oh, and yes, Karma, I did see your message. The camellia tree, camellia plant is what tea comes from. And you were quite right about what they do to get the different blends. I like that, Howard. That's so cool. Ah, trees. I love trees. That is so beautiful. Face with a ponytail. Lovely, Howard. Lovely. It is, Sonal, isn't it? It's lovely to see everybody else's perspectives as well. And we all see something different. An eagle. An eagle sitting. Ooh, missed that bit. It's waiting for something. Eagle sitting. Shall I turn it around a wee bit? See if that helps any. Oh, excuse me. I had plenty of sleep and I'm still yawning. Umbrella, Sharon. The badge is now a beaver. Hey, that's all right. We can put the beaver as well because it's in a different position. A deer or a gazelle head? Let's go gazelle. That's what's calling to me. Platypus. Ooh. Oh, thank you so much, Maria. Bless your soul. See, and I love how we all see things that see, because Alicia's from Australia, and the platypus, you know, these things come up that we see in our own countries. Like I can actually see a kiwi, which is our native bird. Yeah, platypus, that's a new one. I'll have to think about that one. I'll put my kiwi down because I can see the kiwi. Wonderful. It must be a tougher cup today. Let's see what we've got on the rim. See what you can see on the rim. Not a lot. They're little tiny wee things, aren't they, up on the rim? They usually come together, Karma. They usually come together as a one message. Sometimes I have to really think hard. I do know a lot of what the symbols mean, but sometimes I need some help from spirit to just drop some little nudges and whispers there. Toad. It is much easier doing my own. I do have to admit that. Toad. A woman's face. with a long nose. That's cool. I love that you see numbers because we haven't often seen numbers. And numbers are quite fascinating. Quite fascinating. You see the toad. You see a few birds. A flock of birds, maybe I'll put. Flock of birds. I think that means sort of community in that. Thank you, CG. Bless your soul. That's beautiful. You see the toad as well. I think I've got everything. All right. Shall we see what they all have to say? Hi, Jennifer. Oh my God, I'm so excited. Never saw a tea reading on. Oh, beautiful, Jennifer. This is our cup. So if there's anything that you can see in the cup, I'll turn it around again like that. If there's any symbol that you can see in the cup, Jennifer, and then I tell you what each symbol means, and then I put them all together as an oracle message at the end, Jennifer. Oh, I like that, Alicia. I like that. Honeycomb from a beehive. Yes, numbers are fascinating. Numbers and letters. Numbers and letters. You saw the hive and bees, yeah. You see a fish. I love that, Jennifer. Fish are beautiful. Fish are beautiful. Hi, Susanna. A woman sitting with knees up to chest, holding a parrot, and a butterfly behind. Butterfly behind. See, I love it. The butterfly came out, and when we were talking about butterflies earlier, and I'm not sure whether you heard that. Yeah. Right. Randy, hi Randy, so lovely to see you. In time for the nourishing part. Yes, yes. A swan, Sherry. Oh, that's fabulous. Swans are so elegant and beautiful. Yeah, we've got quite a few trees. We've got oak trees and just general trees, CG, yeah. Howard, I see two eyes there on the right, mid-cup, and they're black. Two black eyes. Middle of cup. And Jennifer, a young girl with curly hair. Curly hair. I love that. Knit stocking hat. Knit stocking hat. Smiling. Such joy in that. Isn't that such joy in that image? No, I haven't got a bird in a nest. We've got lots of birds, but not a bird in a nest. So maybe we should have a bird in a nest since there are lots of birds flying around. A mushroom. Mushrooms. And we do have lots of trees, Jennifer, so we'll get a message from that. Love that. Half finished. You wishing for you wishing for Christmas. Santa's face. A terrier with its tongue out. I think we're getting to the limit that I can deal with. So I'll write these last few down, and then I think we need to get on to talking about them. Maria, 2 eyes of a baby face. And the forehead. Perfect. Okay. CG, you shouldn't see the hive. Yes, the center. Okay, cool, Howard. Oh, awesome. Awesome, Jennifer. And a porcupine. Okay. We might have had the porcupine, actually. We might have had the porcupine, but that's right. I'll write it again just in case. Porcupine. Emu. All right, my lovelies. Let's turn the cup up, the thing back up to me, upside down just for a minute. Well, we have hedgehogs, which are slightly different to porcupines. Yeah. Turn that heater off a wee bit. I love that, Jennifer. All right, let's get rid of the cup so I can get my book here so I know what I'm doing. Yeah, we don't have porcupines, but we have hedgehogs. Put that in there, get rid of that, move that, get this book here so I can check things out if I need to. Check things out if I need to. Wonderful. Right, what did we have first? We had an owl. One. Owls are so wise. They are beautiful. They are wisdom. They are intuition. They are discernment. They have the symbol has the ability to see what others may overlook. So it encourages, when we see the symbol, it encourages us to quiet our observation, spit it out, rather than just rushing towards conclusions. And, something may be revealing itself just gradually. And the wisest response is to, like the owl, is to watch, to listen, and just to allow your deeper knowing to speak. The owl is representative of wisdom gained through experience. And so I think this symbol is about, maybe whoever saw it, or maybe all of us, or a lot of us, there's something that we've struggled to understand. And now maybe we can make sense because we've grown into a beautiful, different perspective. So trust those beautiful voices, those whispers, those nudges that you get, because not every answer is going to arrive loudly. Definitely not. Then we had the flower bouquet. Sorry, I'm just going to get a mouthful of water now. Bouquets are beautiful because they are a celebration. They're appreciation. You know, we give them when we appreciate someone. That for birthdays and anniversaries and things like that, Valentine's Day, etc. They represent affection and all sorts of blessings, all sort of gathered together. And rather than one single gift, bouquets, because it wasn't just one flower, that is all about many, many, many joys. And they're all coming together to create something beautiful. And it may be recognition of something, it may be gratitude, it could be a beautiful friendship, or just an occasion that is worth celebrating. You know, sometimes we need to celebrate not because of a birthday or an anniversary or something like that, just because there is something that we have achieved in our lives that may only be itsy bitsy, but it's something worth celebrating. So do that, celebrate. If you look at it from a more spiritual type way, it reminds us that life offers many blessings than we sometimes notice. You know, so pause, be quiet, be still to appreciate what beautiful things around you are starting to bloom. Flower bouquet, beautiful. Then we had a pelican. The pelican is generosity, devotion, protection, very selfless nurturing as well with the pelican. And it carries that energy of providing for others, providing for others, but still connected to community and family. It's also about, you know, distinguishing between loving support and exhausting yourself through constant giving. So we are allowed to stop and to nourish ourselves as well, you know, and true generosity, it flows most beautifully when your cup is also being replenished. So keep replenishing yourself, and more of that beautiful generosity in your unique, beautiful soul will keep flowing. Then we had the oak tree. The oak tree, thank you, Caleb. I love green. Fabulous, fabulous. I love that, Jennifer. I love that. The oak tree trees are strength. Any tree is strength and longevity, especially with the oak tree, longevity, wisdom, stability, and very deep roots. So enduring growth takes time. And with the tree, it takes time. With us, it takes time. A grounding, absolutely, Jennifer, absolutely. There we go. That's beautiful. I was going to say I hadn't seen you for a while, CG, but you see, that's beautiful. That's listening to your body, to your heart, to your soul, and realizing that you need to stop and nourish yourself. And that is so beautiful that you've recognized that. That is lovely. The oak trees. I think when we see the symbol of an oak tree, it's about, maybe we have developed much greater resilience than we realize, you know, simply just by continuing on through the different seasons of our life. And there'll be hard ones, there'll be tough ones, there'll be easy ones, there'll be major challenging ones. But if that resilience is there. And so with the oak tree, it's stand firm in your values. But just allow your branches to remain open to beautiful new experiences as well. And that's the oak tree. Then we have the rabbit. Rabbits, they are abundance. Rabbits are abundance and fertility and intuition as well. The rabbits have intuition as well. They're all about quick opportunities and new beginnings, and it's nature that reminds us that beautiful softness that we have in us can coexist with alertness as well. Like we talked about that in the card at the beginning, that softness and courage. Softness can coexist with lots of different things. And maybe because rabbits multiply very quickly, maybe something's multiplying beautifully but quickly in your life. Maybe it's an idea, a friendship, opportunities, or maybe it's a dream in a creative fashion, I feel. So stay open, stay receptive, and just know that those blessings arrive much faster than expected once the conditions are all right. And rabbits, love rabbits, love rabbits. Tree, we had lots of trees. We've had the oak tree. Now we've just had lots of general trees. The trees are all about growth as well. They're about connection between earth and spirit as well, grounding, and life's continual cycles too. And the tree's roots are our history and our foundations, and its branches represent possibilities that are still reaching outward. And I think the message with all the trees is just to remain grounded while you continue to grow. You don't need to abandon your roots. You don't need to abandon your roots in order to reach towards something new and different. Then we had the badger head. The badger is determination, courage, again, courage, protection, fierce commitment to the things that matter. Allow everything to flow beautifully into your space. You know, there are times when healthy boundaries are essential, yes, and stand up for yourself and your values, but don't become hard-hearted about it. Your strength can remain compassionate as well. But yes, just that. Just allow everything to be beautiful and tender and loving in your space, but still have that courage and that determination going on as well. Then we had the bee's stinger. They hurt, don't they? And a lot of us are allergic to them too, but it represents beautiful discernment and boundaries, and knowing when to protect yourself. You know, even something very small can carry considerable power. And so use your energy wisely. You don't need to react to everything, but don't ignore situations that repeatedly cross your boundaries. You know, protection can be loving as well. Then we had the person sitting. Seated figures that we see is stillness, it's contemplation, it's patience, and just taking time to listen inwardly. It is I feel like there's something very important emerging, and you're, whoever this was, or anyone that's here, um, stop trying to make it happen. Just sit in stillness and let it emerge organically and beautifully. Ah, yes, I agree, Caleb. Caleb, sounds like a very heavenly day, Karma. I love that. I love that. Because there's wisdom in stopping. See, like CG said, she's just nourishing herself, and there is wisdom in that. Wisdom in pausing, and rest creates space that's necessary for clarity and creativity, and necessary for emotional balance to appear as well. Then we had the person reaching toward the bird. I love this. This is quite a beautiful image. It's connection. It's a beautiful connection between, I think, with the bird. I'm looking at the bird as a more spiritual world. So it's a beautiful connection between human and spiritual world. And reaching toward the bird, I think, is an attempt to receive inspiration, guidance, freedom, or maybe a message. Maybe you need a message. So just approach life with an open hand, rather than a grasping one. And what is meant to connect with you will come, and it will come naturally. So again, like I said before, maybe a lot of us need to just sit in stillness for a wee bit, and just, instead of looking for the answers, just let them arrive organically. Then we had the face and the ponytail. Faces are individuality, they're vitality, faces are a femininity as well. And youthful spirits come out of faces. But the ponytail, adding the ponytail, that's all about movement and practicality, because you put your hair up to get it out of your face, and that's that freedom from unnecessary restriction. And so this image is beautiful, and it's encouraging us to remain connected with the part of yourself that is playful. And we've talked about this lots in these readings, that playfulness and joyfulness come up so much. So, that beautiful part of you that is expressive. So be unafraid to show your beautiful personality. It's yours and yours alone. So embrace it. Then we had the eagle sitting. The eagle is vision. It's spiritual perspective. That's lovely, Karma. CG, lovely, yeah. Yes, the image, the eagle sitting, courage, but it's also elevated awareness as well. And sitting rather than flying is, I think, again, this is coming through about being observant before action. So, maybe you're seeing your circumstances from a much higher perspective now. And so don't rush to move. That beautiful wisdom comes from just watching carefully before deciding when to soar. And again, it's that sitting, that stillness, that listening to your beautiful voice. Then we had an umbrella. Umbrellas, protection, shelter. You can always look at an umbrella too about maintaining emotional boundaries, especially when you're going through changing circumstances. The difficult weather doesn't last forever, and so we can put the umbrella down sometimes, and you can protect your beautiful peace while just allowing life to continue moving around you. You don't have to be constantly involved in life. You can sit back and have a look at it sometimes. And there's nothing wrong with creating a little shelter while you wait for the clearer skies. Nothing wrong at all. Yeah. The beaver is building. It is cooperation, because you don't ever see one beaver building his little hut. It's determination. It's definitely creating secure foundations too. Absolutely. So, but it happens slowly. So, meaningful things, they are constructed gradually, and those daily efforts that we put in, they might appear small, but together they're creating something substantial and beautiful. And I think the beaver is especially powerful for community work. Everyone contributing a little can create something so much larger than just one person trying to build alone. Yes, leading by example. Exactly. I love what CG said. That's beautiful. Then we had the gazelle head. The gazelle is grace. The gazelle is grace, sensitivity, alertness, very quick, intuitive movement. It stays aware without being fearful. And our sensitivity can be an asset when we trust it. And the gazelle, he knows when to remain still and when to move swiftly. And so we can learn that. We can learn which response, whether it's a fast one or a still moment, that is appropriate in our daily lives. Yeah. Yes, Jennifer, without damming up your feelings. Exactly. Preparing wisely for what's coming while still enjoying the present. So true. Yeah, something for everyone. Yeah. And moving at the right pace. Yes, moving at the right pace. And choosing whether, the beaver the gazelle is the one that's choosing the appropriate response. So whether it is a time for you to be still, or whether it is a time for you to be moving swiftly, the right pace. Absolutely. And then we had the platypus. The platypus. Platypus is a wonderful symbol of individuality and just embracing the unusual. And, sometimes things don't have to fit in neatly into a category. And that to me, that is magic. It is absolutely magic. When we can realize that these different things don't have to go into the categories we build. So it's encouraging you to stop worrying about whether you fit into someone else's expectation, because you are unique, so unique, and that uniqueness may be one of your greatest gifts. It really, really could be. And then we had the kiwi. Yes, absolutely. They're not your design and not a defect. Exactly. The kiwi bird and the kiwi fruit are two beautiful different things. But I think both of them represent that hidden richness. Yes, they are, Caleb. They are, Caleb. They're our native bird here. Yeah. And they are night birds. Unless one is sick, you never see it during the day. Never see it during the day. Yes, so the kiwi bird represents hidden richness. The kiwi fruit, which is totally different from the bird, but a lot of people just call the fruit kiwi as well. And you can look at that part of the kiwi as nourishment, and just discovering the beauty that's beneath an extraordinary exterior, especially with the kiwi fruit. But the kiwi bird is a beautiful, peaceful wee bird that just loves being under the bushes, digging for worms and all that, and the leaves and everything that's underneath the trees. Exactly, because they don't fly, and that's exactly true, Jennifer. Yeah. Oh, you are amazing. I love what you're reading. It's so beautiful. You should start doing this yourself. Don't judge your season by its outer appearance. I know. And that's the thing. There is something beautifully happening inside you, regardless of whether you can see the light at the end of the tunnel or not. It's happening. It's there. It's there. The kiwi bird, it also is playful. It's that playful energy as well, of curiosity too, with the kiwi bird, and just enjoying life's little pleasures. He's got his long beak and he digs around in the dirt and he finds a worm and he's happy. Those beautiful, beautiful little pleasures. Trusting the process. Yes, yes. Then we have the toad. The toad. I think I would put the toad in the bracket of transformation as well. Definitely emotional cleansing and ancient wisdom come with the toad. But I also think the toad brings unexpected blessings too. And toads are reminding us that that beauty doesn't always appear in conventional forms. You may not look very beautiful on the outside, but inside there is absolutely amazing beauty emanating, and people will see that, not that physical beauty. They will see that beauty coming out of that is just pouring out of your soul. Maybe something you have initially overlooked may start to become surprisingly meaningful. So maybe there's something. Have a think about that. And the toad encourages us to accept every single stage of our transformation, rather than demanding that everything look beautiful immediately. We have to peel off the layers. We have to go through stages, and to get that beauty to pour out of our being. Then we had the woman's face with the long nose, and that's discernment. That's perception. It's individuality, and it's just like the toad. It's seeing beyond appearances. A prominent nose is interesting. A prominent nose can symbolically represent intuition and being able to smell out what is genuine and what isn't. So trust your ability to sense the truth over a situation, even when you can't explain how you know it. Just trust that you do know it. And then we have the number 7. 7s are a beautiful number to see. And the nose on the kiwi, exactly. Yes, yes. Yeah, absolutely. Number 7 is associated with spiritual wisdom. It's introspection, it's completion, it's sacred cycles as well. And it's number 7 encourages us to Look beneath the surface and trust your inner guidance. You know, something may be reaching a point of much deeper understanding rather than sort of simply external completion. There might be something much deeper there, much deeper there. Exactly. Yes, it does. It does, CG. Number 7. See how they all tie in? Isn't it beautiful? And the flock of birds. Flock of birds are about community. And we've got quite a bit of community going on here too. Turn that off because I'm getting hot. And like bees in a hive, you know, it's that shared purpose. It's that freedom, that collective movement. Each individual bird has its own uniqueness, which then contributes to the direction of the whole. And so companionship doesn't diminish individuality. So you can fly your own path while still belonging to something much bigger and much greater. Then we had the honeycomb, and again, that's community and cooperation and productivity and sweetness. and bees, a beautifully organized collective effort with bees. And again, each small little contribution creates a structure that is capable of holding something beautiful and precious. So combined efforts can create nourishment way beyond what an individual might accomplish alone. So community, definitely community. Yeah, your fans are blasting and I'm turning my head. I'm on the cold side of the house, so the sun hasn't come around yet. There's beautiful sun out there, I can see it, but it's still cold on this side of the house. But I've got the door closed, so it's warmed up quite nicely in here. It's just right. Then we had a fish, more intuition. Fish intuition. Fish is about emotional depth too, and abundance and creativity, and moving with the natural current of life, and just encouraging trust, you know, that what you feel beneath the surface. You don't always need to understand it, and you don't need to always understand every current before allowing yourself to move with it either. Yeah. I love that, Alicia. You have a wonderful, do something at the gym for me too. I do miss that. That's what I was. I was a gym instructor. That's what I was trained to be in my youth, in my younger years. I do miss the gym. I do. Yes, like 7, Jennifer. Like 7, absolutely. And yes, and the gazelle, CG, and the gazelle. Yes, see how they all come together. Then we had the woman sitting with her knees to her chest, and that's, what's the word? Introspection. That's introspection. And I think when you're hugging yourself like that with your knees up, it's emotional protection too, and a bit of vulnerability going on, and maybe just returning to your inner self. I think the woman with the knees to her chest is maybe someone needs some self-care, or maybe you need to create a safe emotional space as well. And don't withdrawal is not a weakness. It definitely isn't. It's a way to nourish yourself, and it's just like a temporary sort of retreat where our hearts can restore themselves. So don't look at being withdrawing from things and as a weakness. Yeah. Then we had the parrot and the butterfly. Parrots are communication, because they yabba, 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 yabba. They are expression. that colourful individuality. Be as colourful as you can with your individuality, because it's precious, it's magical. And then the butterfly is again that transformation and that freedom. So putting the two of them together, that is that's your voice. Your voice is changing as you change. You know, you speak from the person you are becoming, not from those old versions of yourself behind you. Then the swan, that's just grace. Isn't it beautiful? And all that effort going on underneath, but they're so beautiful and graceful on the top. Emotional maturity, devotion, beauty, transformation again. I feel like the swan is there is something that's becoming so much more elegant and peaceful with time. And the swan reminds us that that true beauty comes from embracing the whole journey, including those less graceful stages that came before as well. Yeah. Yes, exactly, CG. It's fabulous, isn't it? Yeah. And then we had the eyes. Eyes are awareness, they are observation, they are truth, they are being seen. And two beautiful, strong eyes in the middle of this cup. That's heightened consciousness. It really is. Something deserves your attention. So look closely. Don't look with fear, look with an open mind. And what you observe now may reveal something really important about where you're heading. So again, I think it's that retreating, being still, listening. Then we have the young girl with the curly hair and the knitted hat. That's joyfulness. That is a beautiful, joyful girl, and that's innocence as well, happiness, authenticity, and connecting with your playful self. Her smile is especially important, I think. Her smile suggests that joy is available when life continues to evolve. And then the warm hat, that's protection again. That's that feeling of protection and comfort. And so just allow your inner child a little bit of room to breathe and be playful and joyful and magical. And the bird in the nest. Yeah, tangly mess, the bounciness of curls, playful, exactly, playful, yeah. The bird in the nest is home, definitely home and safety. And again, more nurturing going on there. Preparation, maybe something beautifully and precious is developing slowly. Excuse me. Maybe there's a new idea or a relationship or a project. Or maybe a phase of life that still needs a bit of protection before it can be fully exposed to the world. So give it time. Not everything needs to be revealed immediately. Just, again, be patient. Then we had mushrooms. And mushrooms are that hidden growth, that regeneration, that mystery, and that beautiful wisdom of unseen sort of networks, because they often appear suddenly. One day they're not there, then they're the next. And so that reminds us that enormous processes are happening beneath the surface, long before anything comes visible. So trust that unseen work that's taking place. within your life. Then we had Santa's half-finished puzzle. Puzzles are about coming together. And that beautiful familiar face of Santa is generosity. It's a childhood wonder, so there's joy and magic there again. There's giving, and there's that joyful anticipation as well. And the unfinished part of it, I think that's about judgment. You know, don't judge the picture before you have all the pieces back in place. So anything that looks confusing now may become wonderfully clear later once that puzzle is finished. Then we have the terrier with the tongue out. It must be hot. It must be hot, CG. That's why he's got his tongue out. But terriers, dogs in general, are loyalty, enthusiasm, companionship, playful determination. It's tongue out. I think that is adding humor and lightness to the dog, and so, you know, don't take our journey too seriously. You know, sometimes we need a little lightness going on there. Friendship, laughter, uncomplicated joy can restore our energy in so many different ways that deeply reflect and a beautiful deep reflection, and it's lovely. How many more have we got? We're nearly there, I think. We're nearly there. 2 baby eyes and the forehead. The eyes, the baby eyes, are innocence, they're fresh perception. Find enjoyment in the journey. Yes, magic in the journey. Look at the world around you without old assumptions. And the forehead is about emerging thought and consciousness. So together they symbolize a beautiful new way of seeing, the new way of approaching life with curiosity, rather than allowing past experiences to determine what is possible. So think on that one. Porcupine. The porcupine is self-protection, it's boundaries, it's sensitivity, it's knowing when to create distance as well. But I don't think its message is about defensiveness, but just acknowledging that our tenderness needs protection sometimes. So we can still remain loving while still deciding, you know, what we will and will not allow into our emotional space. Then we had the emu. Yes, they are. And the emu's the last one. There's a new teacher on here called Moana Lagarat. And she does Pomodoro writing, and in her last one a couple of days ago, we had to write a story about a childhood romance in kindergarten, and it was delightful. I think I put mine on the stack, actually, CG. It was so much fun doing that. It really was. Then the emu. Last wee thing is the emu, and that's grounded in individuality. It's perseverance, it's curiosity, and definitely forward movement going on there too. And again, like the kiwi, it's unable to fly, but it has a remarkable way of traveling through the world, actually. It's, you know, it tells us that we shouldn't measure ourselves by our abilities, and especially by abilities that belong to someone else. because our path has its own strengths, and it's not about anyone else's strengths. And yes, keep your head up like the emu. Don't put your head in the sand. Keep your head up. All right. Have another sip of water. All those beautiful leaves. I wrote a story with all the leaves actually a couple of weeks ago. Right, all the leaves. I think all the leaves have been, they're about being seen, they're about being supported, they're about learning to trust what is sometimes quietly and slowly unfolding, but it's still unfolding. I love that. I love that, Suji. Yeah, I loved mine had a little thing in it about you it was from the point of view of the little boy talking to me as the girl, and he said to her that he loved sharing his crayons with her, and she always had the purple one, even though it was his favorite. And I just loved what image it came to me. It just spilled out into a beautiful story. It really did. I really feel like we are, all of us, some of us, one of us, definitely probably some of us are entering into a beautiful new chapter. And rather than pushing harder, life is encouraging you to become much more observant. Look closely at what is already around you. Notice the conversations that linger in your mind, the opportunities that keep returning, the people who consistently bring warmth, and those beautiful ideas that refuse to disappear. They want to be noticed. They're those little whispers and nudges that need to be noticed. And something is taking shape beneath the surface. Something really is. Yeah. Yes, it probably was someone with a beautiful soul that really left an imprint in your soul, in your heart. Absolutely. And we don't have the complete picture. Very rarely do we have the complete picture, and that's perfectly all right. You know, we're not supposed to have every piece at once, and just allow the mystery to remain a little mysterious. You know, sometimes we desire certainty, and that certainty prevents us from experiencing the magic of discovery. Really does. I think there's a very strong message of belonging as well in here. You know, we don't have to walk this journey entirely by ourselves. There are so many people that understand our language, and this app has proved that. You know, there are so many people here that understand my language, and that understand your language. They understand your dreams, your humor, your sensitivity, and your way of seeing the world is going to be very different to mine. And so, and we need to embrace that we are all different and unique. Let yourself be part of a flock, though, you know, but you don't need to lose your individuality. Community is not about becoming the same. That would be just like being robots. It's about allowing all the beautiful souls to move together, but still remaining completely themselves. And I think there's something beautifully nourishing, something beautiful happening actually about nourishment, I think. You know, ask yourself what you're feeling. And are you feeling hope? Ask about your exhaustion. Are you exhausted? or your joy? Are you joyful? Do you have old stories or new possibilities? You know, the things that we repeatedly see, give our attention to individually grow roots. And so choose very carefully what you water, though. You know, there's some things that we need to not water. The leaves, you know, leaves ask us to protect what is precious while they're still developing, and that's what we need to do. And not every dream needs an audience, and maybe it will sometime, but not always at the beginning or the middle, or maybe even not at the end. Not every idea needs to be explained. It's your idea, and if your soul says do it, do it. Some things need to be still and quiet. Some things need warmth and patience. Maybe it needs a safe place to grow before they're ready to meet the wider world. And there's great wisdom in that. There really is. I think there is definitely a big reminder to be, you know, that our beautiful softness, our kindness, our tenderness, it's not weakness. Sensitivity is not something to apologize for. You know, your ability to feel deeply, to notice subtle changes, to recognize energy, to respond compassionately, that's a gift, and a beautiful gift. And pair that beautiful gift with healthy boundaries, though. You can have an open heart, but you can still have a very strong door. That door doesn't have to be weak at all. It can be a big oak tree door, but you can still have an open heart with that door in place. And I think perhaps, yes, collectivism. Yes, Jennifer, yeah. Where was I going? Beautifully, the leaves invite us to rediscover innocence, not naivety, but wonder. Look at something as though you've never seen it before. Laugh more easily. Allow yourself to be delighted. Let curiosity just lead you somewhere unexpected. And maybe there's a younger part of you that still knows how to find magic in the simple things. Maybe they've not disappeared yet. Maybe they're just simply waiting for you to invite them back into the conversation. Beautifully. Yes, have a strong door, but your heart can still be gentle. Absolutely. Oh, thank you, Jay. Thank you. And I think the message closes with a beautiful reminder. No, they don't. No, they don't. Absolutely, CG. Absolutely. We're being watched over. Excuse me. We're being watched over, but also we're being asked to watch as well, to observe, to listen, to notice, to trust the feeling that says yes, but respect the feeling that says no, not yet. And when the picture finally comes together, you might discover that nothing was missing after all. The pieces were simply arriving in their own sacred order. So I think for now, keep your heart nourished, your boundaries loving, keep your curiosity alive and your eyes open. And I think something beautiful, absolutely beautiful, is taking place. And when it is ready, you will know it. You will know it. Absolutely. You will know it. That, my darling people, is what the leaves had for us today. There were a lot of leaves there. This is true. This is true, Jack. And this is because here on this beautiful platform, there are so many beautiful people that nourish us and that feed our souls. And the outside world doesn't always understand us at all. At all. I don't have many friends in the outside world, but I count everybody here as my friend, and I love that. I have so many beautiful friends. It's fabulous. I have over 1,000 friends now. Yay! And who can say that, you know, in the outside world? Who can say that? Oh, lovely, Michelle. You have a wonderful time. Is it a holiday or work? Yes, CG, weren't they? They were a beautiful message today. They always are. They always are. I love your stars, Marina. Nourish, feed. Yes, nourish and feed. Absolutely. My pleasure, Sharon. My pleasure. You can't go wrong with that, can you? Free room and dinner, free board and food. Fabulous. Yes, so many beautiful friends on IT. And my daughter is still one of those people. I obviously trained her well. That, you know, the people, she's like, what are you doing that on there for? She said, you know, you don't know those people. And I'm like, they're like-minded people. They are my people on here. They are definitely my community, my tribe, my team. Already planning your meals. Love that. All of friends are here, Michelle. Yes, yeah. I have one absolutely delightfully beautiful friend here, although she's in Iceland at the moment, and yeah. You talk to your girls about it. Yes, yeah. My son gets it. My son gets it. He's the older one. He gets it totally, but he's a tech person. He gets it, but my daughter doesn't. She doesn't. But you see, that's the I don't need to take that on board, because you know that's her perspective. It's not my perspective. So you know she can have her perspective, but I don't need to take her perspective on board. It's that our perspectives are two different things. So yeah. Wonderful. Well, yeah, your sis doesn't get it. Yeah. Oh, there's so many people who I would say are acquaintances. Not. It's amazing when you start going through challenges, like you know physical challenges that I've been going through, how that really shows who your friends are, and I don't have many now. So it's like, yeah. Exactly. Yeah, you don't. That's their perspective. It's their perspective. And I'm so grateful for this beautiful platform that resonates with so many people, and how we all have similar perspectives. I will see you again tomorrow. They don't, do you? They don't. Yes, we all are there. You know, the beautiful words that you see in different lives and in my lives, how everyone supports everyone else. It is just magical. It really is. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Just times are different. Yes, absolutely. My mum, if she was still alive, would be like, I think I think my mum was the type of person that would look at me funny, but very rarely would she say anything. So, and sometimes she would drop a little gem in that I would like be like, and then a year or so later I'd be like, oh, that was a pretty good gem, wasn't it? It was a pretty good gem. Taking your black obsidian with you, very good, very good. Yes, so tomorrow black obsidian and blood orange essential oil. Oh, blood orange is beautiful. And last week's one that failed miserably because of my power, I will tack on to the end of this lot. It was just too hard to change all the names and things of everything, so I will just tack it on to the end. So we will do it. We will do it. Yeah. Yes, absolutely. Black obsidian is wonderful. And yes, a beautiful combo together, actually. Beautiful combo. I can't wait to share it with you. It is a lovely, lovely combo. All right, my lovelies. Ooh, I like that, CG. Love that. I bet you get a lot of good energy from that. Yeah. My pleasure, Michelle. My pleasure. You can see what your dad's face would be like. I love that. I love that. Oh dear. Yes, yes, Super Sevens. I haven't actually got that on today. It's behind me. It's behind me. It's still protecting me. It's still there. It's protecting me. Yeah. All right, my darlings. How long have we been going? Nearly 2 hours. Oh my goodness. My goodness. Blessings to you all. I'm sure a lot of you are probably wanting to head off to bed or something. And have a wonderful rest of your day, whether it's morning, afternoon, or nighttime. And I look forward to maybe seeing you all tomorrow. So love to you all. Many blessings to you. And I will see you again real soon. Bye. My pleasure, Catherine. My pleasure, CG.